also into the clean. So the only difference between the snatch progressions and the clean progressions is hand placement and where you receive the bar. So a lot of these things that we're going to talk about today, we're going to kind of keep it basic as far as like things that I see actually with all of y'all, but even just in general athletes, especially people who are newer to barbell movements. So the thing that makes the snatch and the clean, I'd say snatch is harder generally because the overhead position, so mobility versus the clean, but both are really, really technical movements. So there's a lot of pieces that go into it, so it's kind of a lot to think about. And it's one of those that you can practice the snatch, just snatching and just cleaning, just Olympic lifting for a year, and you're still not going to be as efficient as you think you are. Like, yes, you're going to get better, but it's kind of one of those things. So very true to form with the 10,000 hours of practice. Once you've done 10,000 hours of snatches, then you're going to be a pro at it. So just keep in mind the biggest thing with these movements is just being patient. So very similar to all of our gymnastics movements, just being patient, and it'll come. And as long as you know what you're working on, like your snatch, nothing may change today, but at least you're going to have a better idea. And then going into class, having a better idea of like things to work on. And the more that we do it and drill it, and the more that you hear me say it, it's just going to click. And over time, so like you can video yourself today, which might be a good idea, and then we can take another video in 6 months, and you'll see just in that short amount of time how much has changed. First thing, 3 pulls in the snatch. Okay? There's the first pull, and that's the pull from the ground to the knees. So the big thing on this is your only goal is to get your knees out of the way. So when you set up a bar pass, when the bar is set on the ground and you're ready to go, the bar pass should never ever change. So once you're here, you are moving your body around the bar in order to get under it. So anytime, the further away from the bar is, the further away the bar is from your body, the harder the movement becomes. And that goes with, you can take that into any gymnastics movement, any lifting movement, and apply it. Like that's just how that works. So the goal is to keep the bar as close to the body as you can. So that first pull, when you're set up, you've got to push the knees back. If you start to move around the knees and then try to jump, you'll notice that the bar is way out front. So being set up here, and then if you start to pull and you don't move the knees, and then you go to snatch, and then it's really hard at that point to start pulling the bar back in. So if we can set it here, where we're just getting the knees out of the way, and that's the first pull right there. First pull is the hardest. The first pull sets you up for your entire lift. So if your first pull is bad, the rest of your lift is going to be a little bit of a struggle. So first pull, most important pull. Then you've got the second pull. So that's at the knee. This is where you start to jump and you get yourself into that power position. Okay? So here, it's at the knee. Okay? My shoulders are still over the bar. I'm using my legs to drive. I'm not pulling with my arms. Elbows are still straight. Then you get into the power position, pulling it into your hips. And then that's that triple extension. Okay? So second pull is power triple extension. This is important because, again, you're using your legs to get under the bar, you're not using your arms. So you shouldn't be pulling on the bar to get under it, right? So say you're trying to go for a max lift, say 200 pounds, right? So you want to get a 200-pound snatch. There is no way that you're going to be able to pull that bar up to your chin and then drop under it, right? So the idea is the bar, so once you get triple extension, right here, this is as high as the bar is ever going to get. Now I've got to pull myself under this position. So if you start to bend your elbows too soon and you don't get that triple extension, you start to pull, one, you've killed all your power. Okay? So as soon as you bend your elbows, you've killed your power. Now you've got to figure out how to get under that without using any of your legs, okay? Any of your power. So from here, what you have to do is you've got to think about about how tall can I get. I want to get this bar as high as possible before I have to now pull myself under. So, third pull, that's pulling yourself underneath the bar. Okay, so again, we're not trying to pull the bar over our head and drop under. We are here, and now we got to figure out how fast we can get to here to finish the lift and stand it up. Okay, so 3 pulls. So what we're going to do with the barbell, we're just going to warm up.